Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just want to make a quick video showing how I unsuspended cards for third year. This is going to work with whatever deck you're using, whether it's the Bro Dio deck or the Anki deck, or really if you just have a goal to suspend cards in a certain sub deck, by any end date. The first thing you're going to do, just go to browse. Okay, and then once you go to browse, you're going to see this page pop up here. So let's say I'm starting my P's rotation. I found out I need to do 10 cards a day, and I just want to mainstream the deck just to show me the cards I need to look at per day. So what you're going to do is just go right over P's, click it, and then go up here to saved searches. And before you do that, actually, you can see there's 1931, right? Again, if you're using the Bro Dio deck, that's what it's going to be. The Onking deck will have whatever. But you click on P's, go up to save searches, right click, and hit save the current search. We'll just call this Peds. Okay. So this pulled all the pediatric cards, and what you're going to want to do is set up the deck so you only see cards that are suspended and not flagged, and we'll get into that in a second. So the first thing you're going to want to do, though, is type in this box, is suspended. And it's going to stay the same because all the cards in this deck are suspended right now. But you'll go back over the Peds and hit update with current search, like that. And then that will stay the same, right? So then now this is going to show you everything that you have that is suspended. So anytime you unsuspend a card, it's going to leave this deck. So we'll keep narrowing it down. And then the next thing you want to do is hit, so this is going to show you all the cards that are not flagged red. And again, we'll talk about that in a second, but go over, then right click on Peds again and hit update with current search. By typing those two things in, what it did is it's going to show you all the cards in this deck that are suspended and that are not flagged red. So both of those criteria have to be met to stay up here. So as you go through, any changes you make will reflect in here and kind of narrow the card count down. So let's say that you want to, you're coming in to do your cards for the day. What you do is just select one and then start scrolling, and you'll see in the top left corner when you get to 10 or whatever your card number is for that day. So then what I would do is I would go to the 10th card and then work my way backwards. So kind of doing this as an example, let's say you like this card. So you decide you're going to unsuspend it. You just hit Control J, and then you kind of work back doing the same thing. Like, oh, okay, this one, you know what? This card looks good. Let's unsuspend that one. This card is terrible. I'm not going to use that. This card is even worse. Why did he even create a card for this? And then you just work backwards like so. You're like, okay, that one's not bad, not bad. This one's not good. Whatever, right? So at the end of this, you would have seen 10 cards. You would have done what you were supposed to do for the day, but you ended up only unsuspending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then flagging 5 others. So what you'll see here is as soon as we click out of this, it should go from 1931 to 1921, right? Because we have looked at 10 cards. And when we go to do our reviews or our new cards, you'll see that we only have to do 5 because we only unsuspended 5. So you click out of this, go back here, it says 1921, and then we'll go to our main page. And then you see here, we only have 5 to do. So that's pretty much how I would go about it and set up all the sub decks as I was going through the rotation, just to make it easy and efficient, to find the cards and do them. Okay, then I also want to just talk quickly about the settings. I'm not going to go into super detail with this. I just want to show you what I have my stuff set at. The Onking does a really good job in a video that he made going through each of these and really explaining how it works. So I recommend if you want more info on that, just go check out his video. I just want to show you, again, I just want to show you this so you see what I'm doing. And this is pretty much unchanged from the Onking. The only things that I think you really need to know, you can just copy these settings and you'll be completely fine. But if you want just a brief explanation, really kind of just starting from the top, I keep my new cards and my review cards maxed out. New cards, the learning step, I like seeing it if I get it correct. I just like seeing it the next day. I don't like to see it in 10 minutes. I kept everything else the same, graduating interval. If I get it right the next day at 3 days, and then easy interval at 4 days. The only thing here with the lapse is it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that your leech action is tag only and not suspend card. For the display order and timer, I didn't change at all. This is just how it was defaultly set. For burying cards, I like the idea that Similar review and new cards will just be pushed off for the next day. That kind of helps keep the card count low. And then everything else I didn't really mess around with too much. I kind of just did what the Anking recommended. So again, if you want more information on this, I would go check out his video, but this is what I have it set at. And again, you could copy this and be just fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it.